Hello, hockey fans, and welcome back to another exciting season of Bombers Live. I'm your host, Johnny B. Colby Walker, my other host, Doc Walker, and we are back for another season of fun, folks. I guess first thing we should mention is we want to thank our sponsors that we picked up in this off season. We'd like to thank the Pizza Station in Jackson. They are helping us out. As you can see down below, their logo is right there. They're one of our sponsors, helping us get some better equipment this year and a few other things. And we'd also like to thank BG Decal and Apparel out of downtown West Bend, hooking us up with a cool new logo banner back there and a new banner for on the front. So we got some people helping us out this year, so if we screw it up, it's we got nobody to blame but ourselves, right?
Yeah, Pizza Station will pretty much deliver anywhere, and they also have 50-cent wing on Mondays. So, you know, if you're watching Monday Night Football or whatever's going on, call them up. They'll deliver it to you.
Yep. And BG Decal and Apparel does a good job, too.
Yeah.
They'll do shirts for you. I mean, you want koozies, you want keychains, whatever.
They do hats?
They do hats. Real nice ones like this, even. Yeah. So head on down to BG Decal and Apparel in downtown West Bend, and they will take care of you. We'd also like to thank our co-team owners of the West Bend Bombers, Craig Peterson and Tim Holtz, for their continued support in our endeavors to cover them and the entire Great Lakes Hockey League. Speaking of which, we'd also like to thank Junior Stebbs and Pete Krieger, League Secretary and League Commissioner, respectively, for allowing us to cover the league and have fun with this. Also want to thank Off the Rails with Tom, Mark, and Molly yesterday. They had me on. Give me an opportunity to, I don't know, I guess hype our show, hype the Bombers a little bit. So tune in. These guys are funny. They got a comedy podcast, Off the Rails with Tom and Mark.
They talk about random topics.
Yeah, current topics, whatever's going on. They're a blast. I had so much fun over there yesterday. Hopefully they'll have me back again. So that's what we're going to start off with. But I guess maybe the first thing we should talk about is the West Bend Bombers, huh?
Yeah, apparently they're number one, you know what I mean?
Right, tournament champions.
Tournament champions for the first time ever. West Bend Bombers, that's right. First time ever winning that cup right there.
Salute, boys.
Salute to them.
Here's to you, boys. They certainly had a great season. How many wins did they have last year, guys, in the regular season?
I guess Doc would
They were 14-4, sir. That's how they finished out the year.
That was the regular season. And then we went up there and, let's see, we played Fond du Lac and Eagle River was in our division. We beat both of those two teams pretty easily, I would say.
And
Fondy was a battle. That was 5-3.
Yeah, Fondy had some good fire at the beginning. And
they actually, if you remember, they jumped out on a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Bombers played from behind.
They did. That's right, I remember that. You got a good memory for an old guy, don't you?
Thank you.
Yeah, and then Scotty had that crazy injury where he went flying into the boards.
Oh, yeah.
And but not too long after, that was, you don't hurt Scotty. You know, that's a bad idea.
Once he got his breakaway, though.
Yeah, he got that nice streaker, came flying in across the blue line and
snapped it.
That was.
I knew it was over. That game was over.
It was a great tournament.
Bears were in serious trouble then, and they continued to go on and got a nice rest, which we needed. And
moved on to the semifinal against Calumet.
Yeah.
Beat them.
No. We
played
Marquette semi.
Sorry, we played Marquette.
And that was probably the best
Dallas
game of the
and
tournament
Marquette
by far.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
so
a good
too.
game. Yeah.
Very, very competitive. All the Marquette players brought it. It wasn't just on Dallas, you know.
Oh no. They made that's the difference in that team last year. Dallas didn't hog the puck anymore. They shared the puck. They got other people taking shots now.
Yeah, they
and that's
going to
make them a dangerous team this year.
Yeah, I think all of them UP teams are going to be pretty good again this year. You know, we faced the Wolverines in the final. That was a good game as well.
That was a really good game too.
You know, but they took care of it finally. Felt so good to finally get to do our snow angels on the ice. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Calumet did bring it though. They got a lot of good talent on that team.
That team is awesome.
Number one defensive player, Harju, and the Cheese.
Oh yeah.
Rostel and Cheese, yeah.
He had a great year too with Thunder and Lightning.
The rookies.
That team will be back for sure.
Rookie goalie.
Yeah.
Well, this is our season preview, so I guess enough about what they did last year, hey?
Right.
What are the Bombers looking forward to doing this year? It sounds like they've got most of their guys coming back. I know Dan Schultz moved out of state, so he won't be back. Baumberger moved to Oregon, so we won't have him, but it sounds like most of the other guys are going to be back. So I know we got Brickwall Billy back at the pipes, which is definitely going to put us in a position to win.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
the usual suspects, I'm sure, and domination line.
They'll
I
be
don't know.
intact.
I'm curious to see if RJ comes back.
Yeah, he suffered that injury up against Marquette.
Yeah, very serious injury up in Marquette, and yeah, that was pretty brutal. I was
We
there
should have
live.
McKenna sitting in here on that. She'd probably know more about that than us. She's at all the
He's
practice.
back.
He is
He
back?
coming
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Sick.
yeah.
So yeah, RJ, he had some good spark
Well,
last year
vengeance, he's
before
gonna
he
come
got
back.
hurt. So
Well, you remember he showed up late to the Keevan Cup next year, and he comes walking up past me and JB, and he's like, "Gonna get her done, boys!" And he comes right out the gate, and he scored the first goal.
yeah, he totally missed warm ups and everything. And yeah, we were out there smoking our cigarette right before we were gonna take the ice, and here comes RJ. And like Doc said, he gets the first goal on a breakaway at the blue line, and totally took Bears fans
Oh, yeah.
completely out of it
Oh,
immediately.
man.
So
Yeah.
that was great.
That
So
was
West
like a
Bend-
half a minute into the game.
So West Bend's going to be good this year then again, it sounds like, right? What do you
Well, I would figure they're gonna be at least top three.
Hey, yeah, like Doc said, I'm not gonna say they're
No
gonna,
offense to any of the other teams.
they're gonna take
you know,
anything,
but I would figure
but
Bombers are gonna be. They're the champs.
they're
so.
they're gonna contend, and
And you
people
think
are gonna
everybody
come
was
at us.
gunning for us before? How are they gonna be coming at them now?
Yeah,
Definitely.
and
Well, speaking of other teams, let's not forget that we do cover the whole league here.
yes,
right,
we
boys?
do. Yes, we do.
So why don't we talk about the Calumet Wolverines, the
So,
team that was runner-up to us in the
yeah.
Furman Cup last year.
Calumet's pretty much intact for as far as their team. They didn't start skating until way late, I guess. Hey, it's Calumet. They're
The
like,
UP team seemed to start a little
dude,
bit
they're
later.
like the coldest place in the G, and they didn't have ice at their facility yet till like second week of October. Then these guys finally are practicing. I was like, what?
So they
It's
just
in their
first
blood.
practice this weekend. You're
Yeah,
saying.
but their first game is until December 8th
Right, so they got some time.
against
so-
De Pere. So I mean,
right, so they were gonna be ready anyway.
They typically do start later for some reason, those UP teams. They
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man, they try to jam. It seems like they jam the schedule in 3 months. So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
playing a game like every weekend.
Yeah, Cal crams it, but you know, like they're also doing other stuff. Where they're from up there, everybody's like logging and getting
Yeah.
ready for.
You gotta take advantage of the warm weather. but
Yeah,
they still
trying to
got it.
fill their homes with wood and shit. And
They did win the Gibson Cup this year.
yes, they did win the Gibson.
Did they lose anybody? Or they got most of their guys coming back?
Pretty sure.
I know
most-
you reached out to them, so.
Yeah, most of the teams coming back. I haven't heard anything like legit as far as anybody breaking camp. But yeah, the top line in the G will
Thunder
be
and Lightning.
Thunder,
League champs
Lightning,
are keeping
Rastel, and
everything hush
Cheese.
hush.
Rastel and Cheese brought 25 goals and 33 assists to the scene last year.
Wow.
And two rookies rode with him hard.
Yeah.
Ed Byron, Thunder,
Mm-hmm.
19 goals, and 27 assists.
Wow,
And he's a big body. We seen him
he is.
when
a
they
big
played
guy.
us. He likes to get down and dirty right in front of the goalie and stand there. So no wonder why he's getting 27 helpers, man. All he's got to do is just if it deflects off him, because
Yeah.
he's such a big body. He's not as big as the Sequoia.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Cheese or Anderson to pick it right up.
Right.
You know.
And they got
And-
Busano.
Yeah,
Busano,
Busano.
that
One of my
guy's a
favorite
good
names
shot.
in the league, yep.
Pretty sure everybody's gonna Babcock's, all those guys, everybody's gonna be back. So, Calumet will be definitely a force. Jack McCanny had 30 penalty minutes for those guys, number 17. So, you know, he'll be down there and dirty, scrapping it up again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ryan Patrick, he had a great season
Yeah. In the
after,
pipes, yeah.
after that leg injury, you know.
Yep.
Right.
Well, and they got Ian Carroll, too.
Yeah. that
Ian
youngster.
Carroll.
Yeah.
He had a shutout also. There was
Yeah.
only a few
That's right.
shutouts. Ian Carroll had a shutout, so I think they're gonna kind of limit Patrick. Maybe I think
Right.
Carroll's gonna step up more this year. So we'll see.
Well, he was a rookie as last year as well. They
Right.
had 3 rookies on that team.
so
And
Yeah.
man,
And they're young, and they're going to
we
be
seen
good.
them.
And they're going to be good.
and they had the best defenseman, Harju. So
Right. Lightning's fast as hell. I mean, that guy's jersey waves behind him like a flag.
yeah,
No
yeah,
wind.
flapping.
You know.
Good flow. He's got good flow.
Yeah,
With the hair flying back, yep.
and if they travel like they did last year, they'll be a good contender.
Well, we know they're going to be good. Let's talk about somebody last couple of years that hasn't been so good. What's going on up there in De Pere, Doc?
Dude, lots going on there.
Deacons might make the tournament this year now with Monroe folding.
Well, you know,
they might automatically be in,
They
right?
got a good chance to make it, I would think. See, but you know, you got to understand with this team, they're like any other team in the league that you know is trying to get there.
You got to remember they hung
Practice
with
together.
Marquette like 1-0 was that game or
They did.
something.
They were
last
in a
year.
lot of games last year that
They
they
were.
lost. Yeah.
They were.
Okay. Well, their big scorer last year, I don't really know if you call this big scorers, but he had 18 points. Joe Garden, 7 goals and 11 assists. Okay. And of course, you got the 3 known suspects up there. We got Jeff Lambert. He had 8 goals and 6 helpers. Dude, the problem is this team doesn't play defense.
That's
either.
the problem. Doc,
Okay.
you can't score if you're constantly going.
They led in a lot of games last
They did.
year.
But if you're
and ended up
constantly
losing.
flying back to go get in front of your goalie, how are you going to go down on the other end and score?
They're basically skating up and down that place like they played 1 game in the first period and then they're done. You know what I'm saying? Because they're chasing all these other teams. Then, of course, you got Joey Fallhaber and Calvin Steinhoff.
44
right?
Fallhaber.
12 and 11 points, respectively. Now, I talked to Joey earlier in the week, and you know, Jose got a coaching job.
Yep.
Beaver
So
Dam
he
High School.
might possibly play a game or 2 with the team, but they got a new young goalie coming in. So we'll see how this guy
Is Turney
Joey's
going to play
pretty
this year?
excited.
What about-
Turney will be back.
Zach
He will
attack,
play?
yeah.
Okay.
Turney will be back. Oh,
I
they
know,
also
he's
had
got
that Jake
family going on.
Janikowski. I don't know if you remember that kid. He had limited play last year.
Vaguely. Yeah.
I'd play him limited as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's pretty much what's going on with the Deacons. They possibly could make the tournament this year. So,
They don't have to be DePere in the rear anymore. Well, they can still be in the rear, but they'll still make the tournament at least, you know, so they can come up and have fun with us, right?
I want to look
Yeah.
to them to try to make a push this year and maybe see them in the top 6
It'd be nice
or
to see
7
Calvin.
teams.
You know, I'd like to see Steinhoff and a
He
couple
just had a
other
little
guys
baby.
hanging. Yup, little boy.
Congratulations to you,
Steinhoff,
Calvin.
Yup.
Turney had one too, didn't he? Or he's having one, or something like that, right?
Something like
I
that,
don't know.
yeah.
Somebody guys
Lots
having
of-
babies
lots
around
of
the
G
field.
weddings and babies,
Yeah,
yeah,
G weddings and
this
G
year,
babies
yeah.
this year.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of
Craziness.
cool though. Yep. What are you
So
gonna
that's
do?
basically what's going on with the Pier boys. As we know, they did not make the tournament last year.
No.
Also heard the Pierce started skating earlier than anybody else.
They did.
They had a little bit of more organization. They don't want to. You
They
can't
want-
suck
you know.
forever.
Well, the
I
tournament's
do
in.
like their black jerseys, though. Those are slick.
The tournament's in Mosinee this year, so
Yes.
let's maybe talk about those guys. You know, typically they're a good team. Their season leaders last year for goals, Omar Mullen led the team with 17 goals. Tom Lentz had 15, and Eric Velo had 12.
Eric.
Yeah, and this will be his last year with Mosinee. He's been with those guys. I don't
Long
even know
time,
how
what,
many
12
years.
years
Yeah,
for the Cap?
but he's going to hang them up after having a tournament at home this year. So
Velo.
hats off to him, man. He's
I
been a good
see.
player in this league for a lot of years. You know.
Just going to try to go out on top. Eh? At
Definitely,
home.
definitely
think
They're
a
going to
talent
be
in
pushing
the
this
G.
year then.
I don't think Greg's hanging him up yet.
Yeah,
He
number
was their
number
assist
13 will be
leader.
missed out there for sure.
He was their assist leader
You're
last
kidding.
year. Greg
How many
Hansen.
did he have?
Greg Hansen had 34 assists last year.
Hey,
It's kind
That's
of a
pretty
low-
good.
Kind of a low season
It's
for him.
totally not. Yeah, low season.
Well,
for
and
him.
look at the
Yeah,
list again. It's Hansen, Velo, and Lentz. You
Right.
know,
Always.
leading them in
That's the top
assists. You
three,
know,
of course.
total points: Hansen 37, Velo 33, Tom Lentz 32. So
And
hopefully they get some
that's
young
why They're a
guys.
top 4 team in the league every year.
Hopefully they're going to need some young guys that will start stepping up.
They're going to
getting
have
like
to
the
because
Bombers
they've been
where-
traveling like all the way up
some
to
of their guys are
Stevens
getting
Point
older.
for their frickin' practices, and these old guys can't handle 9 o'clock
You're right.
practices at frickin'
A lot of their
Stevens
guys
Point.
are getting older. They're going to need to, just like the Bombers, they're going to need some younger guys to step up and, you know, start putting their heart into this team. If they
Tournament
want to
is
be
in
good.
Mosinee this year, fans of the G, so just so you know,
Book your hotels
it's
early.
only a little over 2 hours from West Bend as well, so.
Yeah. Totally drivable if you don't want to get a
Yes,
hotel room.
definitely.
We already got our hotels, but whatever.
And we're telling you right now, 5 months ahead of time.
Top goalie for Mosinee last year, Anthony Lashua. 16 games, 4.35 GAA, save percentage of 88. Wade Mikulski, 2 games, 2.6 GAA, save percentage of 89%. And Ryan Ashmore, 1 game, a 1 goal allowed, and a 96% save percentage.
Every time you bring up Mikulski, I think of that annoying kid at that game we attended when we went out there and watched Trig just light him up, and it was freaking foggy in there.
Yeah.
in the rec center, and you could barely see because they didn't have that new lighting yet. Remember? We could barely see on that one
No,
corner.
now they do. They got new lighting.
Yeah.
We haven't been there since they
Can't
got
wait
the
to
new
check
lighting.
it out.
We're going to be there twice this year.
I know.
Regular season and the tournament. So, looking forward to it. We got some friends up there. I got friends in Mosini places.
That's
so.
right.
You gotta eat at the Mosini Cafe if you go to the
I hear they got really good biscuits and
They
gravy.
got everything good.
Biscuits and gravy?
Yeah. Biscuits and
Everything.
gravy, like all types of stuff, man.
Like we did mention, Mosini is hosting this year's tournament. They did lose Theron Bauer. He moved out of state, so they won't be having him. He was always a big piece of their team.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And lastly, like I did mention, this will be Eric Velo's swan song season. After this, he's going to hang them up. He's
Good
got
luck,
a
Bauer.
beautiful wife and some nice kids that he's going to want to spend a little bit more time with.
Young
so
makers.
Can't fault the guy for that, right?
Right.
Heck no.
So who else should we talk about? Who else you got?
Go, what do you got there?
Mutineers.
Yes.
Oh.
Another UP team. Yep.
They were very good all season. At the beginning of the year, phenomenal.
Yes,
Just
they were.
unstoppable freight train.
Yep. The Dallas show.
We went to overtime with that squad.
Yes, we did.
First game of the season.
Like Doc said,
Dallas scored what? 4 goals in that game?
He didn't
Three.
score
He had
50,
the hat
but
trick.
yeah,
trick.
he had a hattie against us and 34 on the season. 13 assists, which is pretty high for Dallas, you know. But he continued to impress me with playing more defense and
Right.
more selfless play, I would say, out of Dallas last year.
In order for them to win a cup, that's the way he has to play. If
Yeah.
he continues to play that way, they're going to be a very dominant team in this league.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we always know that Target 20, some Marquette fans don't like that slogan, Target 20, but
Well, we don't mean it in a mean way.
Not in a
I mean
mean
it
way.
like,
out of
Stay on
respect,
that dude.
out of
Somebody
respect,
watch him.
when
Yeah.
that dude hits the ice, Target 20 is touted. So
That dude's, we count him 2 points a
their
game.
other 2 top scorers are coming back. Number 21, Mike Peterson, he had 13 goals and 20 assists, and Jonaho, number 16. They also, I heard they also got a speedster defenseman coming for the team this year for tryouts, and a couple
secret
new guys.
weapon, huh?
Yep, secret weapon. Unfortunately, DPK, dirty pipe kicker, Brett Boudre, he won't be playing this season.
No, hanging him
Wow.
up,
Tore meniscus.
huh? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Some
That sucks.
off-season stuff.
He's
I
a good
don't-
guy too, man. I like him. It sucks.
Knopp will be their starter,
Brandon,
Okay.
which he needs to step his up because his GAA was
pretty high.
Yeah, 4.32, and then he had a
Ooh.
save percentage of 8.43.
That
Yeah.
won't get it done against the
No.
tougher teams in the G.
Probably not.
But like I
When they're
said,
playing the Calumet or West Bend Bombers or Mosini.
well, I
Panthers.
seen Marquette play at their house and our house. You know, what I mean, like I said, it's a different atmosphere when they're playing at home.
Right.
Like,
Marquette, you're saying.
like I'm telling you, like everybody eats. Like Dallas had a special cereal named after them or something, Dallas Flakes, and everybody eats these. This is the pre-game
Really?
meal because they're all flying around like.
Do
they're
they eat
Dallas.
them dry or
Oh,
with
man.
milk?
Do they eat them dry or with beer?
Or with milk? 2% or whole?
Dallas Flakes.
Something like that.
Something, because at Lakeview, these boys are flying, man.
Sleeping in
Maybe
their
it's
own
the
beds,
thinner air
man.
up there.
Ah, could be.
Could be. But yeah,
So they're going to be good too again.
Dallas was also the penalty minute leader,
On that squad?
38. Not that Dallas is going to be goon of the year or whatever, but that's going to be a key game. I want to. If Bombers don't have a game, I want to see the Dogs play Mutineers,
You like that matchup?
because that's where
That was the
big
game where
scrap happened. and fans got into it. and
I
whatnot.
remember that. That was
Right.
a
Last
crazy
year.
game last year. Yeah, the cops
So
ended up showing
it'd
up.
be interesting to see if that any of that carries over to this year.
Always something going on in the Great Lakes Hockey
Oh,
League,
man.
right? People that don't
Definitely.
come to these games, they're missing out.
Right. Oh, they are.
Mike Madash has been MIA for the Mutes, so I don't think he hasn't been at the camp at all. So I don't know if he's going to make it. And
Didn't make camp, you say?
didn't hear nothing about Keitel, but like I said, I know legit.
Tony's been tagging all of us on stuff anyways.
Yeah.
Tony will be playing.
TK will make an appearance or two,
He's
but
waiting for motocross season to get done, probably.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
probably come down to West Bend
look
this
for
year.
the Mutes to have a couple like speedsters that we ain't seen before.
Uh-oh.
Well,
And
if the
Boudreaux,
defense is
Cody
pretty well
Boudreaux
intact, like you
claims
said.
they're taking both titles. That's what their Mutineers' aim is before we even start
Well,
the season,
The
hands down.
defending champs got something
We'll
to say
see.
about that.
And he said, we'll see you
A
guys
lot of good
November
teams.
10th.
A lot of good teams.
And you
So
know
that's
what?
what's up in Marquette Camp.
I think Eric Valo's got something to say about that too.
Marquette.
Yep.
So you're talking about Marquette Fox Cities, huh? Well, why don't we go ahead and talk about the Fox City Ice Dogs right away. Last season, leading them in goals was number 21 Matt Hughes, Pete Elaranta, and Jeff Koopman. All with 11 goals, all of them. Isn't that nice?
Mouse.
Yep.
All with 11 goals.
Yeah, not a very high total.
Spreading it around.
Yeah. They usually wait to like start playing hockey until the tournament comes around.
And now, didn't these fellas
Yeah, it
not
seems like-
play much last
Hey,
year?
they'll play a little bit. They'll get in some contending games, like that are close to Appleton. You know, like a Fond du Lac game or
Yeah.
Mosinee. They'll be in those games. They might win them. But
Well-
like the far games, where they don't have to worry about
You guys remember
certain
last year,
travels this year. But
they started out really slow. Remember
They
that?
did.
They only had like 2 wins.
Yeah,
in,
because
like,
people
after
weren't
7
coming.
games,
they
right?
didn't have the team.
They were like
And-
2-5 to start the season.
But then, you know,
They
of
must
course,
have rented a Prius.
they were in the tournament. They knew that. And they went to the tournament and they actually played really good.
Oh
They
man,
played awesome.
They went all the way to the semifinal game.
They
At
did.
yeah, they're half of the
they've
semifinal.
been a semifinal finisher in the last 4 tournaments in a row. I think.
Right.
Okay.
But who would have expected that?
They
though,
were in the
considering how
finals.
they were playing during the regular
Yeah,
season.
they were.
But they do
They
that
were in the
every year.
finals not too long ago. Also,
Yeah, they were in the finals against the Pios when the Pios went back to back.
Yep. Assist for the Fox Cities Ice Dogs last year. Leading them in assists, number 21, Matt Hughes. Number 3, Nick Groth, both with a
Groth.
dozen apples apiece. Number 20, Jacob Ridd had 11. That was their top 3 for assist.
and they had a whole bullshit.
Total
Up a
points.
basket.
Total points, Matt Hughes, number 21 on their roster, 23 points. Number 20, Jacob Ridd with 19. And number 2, what'd you call him, Field Mouse?
The Field Mouse.
Number 2, Pete
Elaranta.
Elaranta, we love him. He's just a small guy, so we got to give him a nickname. 18 points for him. Goalies last year, Drew did not play every game last year, believe it or not.
Iron Man Drew Cheney, man.
After only missing, I think, 1 game the year before, he actually had Chris Munch, played 3 games last year.
Crunch, Munch, Sieve, whatever.
You might as well say Civ, because his GAA was a 6.25 in the 3 games that
Wow.
he played.
I could
Save
probably-
percentage of 83.
You know, I might be able to pad up and get a 6 point. What was that? 2.5.
Yeah, so, yeah, 6.25.
Pad me up. All I got to do is stand there with a beer, and I could probably get that.
The Iron Man, Drew Cheney, 15 games. He wasn't that great, though, last year either. 5.41
No,
GAA.
this was one of the years where Drew kind of looked like he might have lost a step.
Yeah.
Old man, let's see if he can get it back this year.
They're looking good, though. I talked to Dominic White. He said that they started practicing a couple weeks ago. He said that they're looking forward to the season, and I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with the Dogs. You know, typically they tend to start a little slow, turn on second half of the season, but, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that?
Pick
is
it up, guys. You're our second favorite team. Come on.
Right.
Appleton definitely, they're going to be a contender for the whole deal, especially the tournament, because they could sleep in their own beds and drive
over,
to the game
right.
daily.
Right. Definitely.
I mean, what is
So
that,
they're-
like 40 minutes from Appleton? Not even?
It's
So,
close.
yeah,
Yep.
dogs
won't
will
have to
be
get a
bringing it
hotel.
for the tourney. They also like peanuts, the dogs do.
They like
Do you like peanuts?
Yeah.
Salted or?
I think salted, they like to crack shells and
Okay.
stack.
That's
with
not my
sugar.
department. I just supply beer to the visiting team, and that's
Right.
it. So
That's it.
peanuts, we're gonna have to put that on somebody else. Sorry.
Somebody else's tally.
You know, that'll get too expensive. I can't afford all them peanuts.
Well, Kelly meant they were eating them like it was going out of style.
Who else did you reach out to in the off season,
Oh,
Doc, to
we
find out
got,
what they're looking for?
We got ER here, okay? And of course, their top 3 usual suspects that make their top of their list every year. Tejan, Hallsworth, and
Houseworth.
Otto.
Now we can talk about Houseworth. I like that guy. I got a picture of him right over on their
Now
wall
Alex.
at the tournament last year.
Tejan,
Yep.
he played, he had 18 goals and 14 assists, all right?
Housies.
Alex had 10 and 17 assists. So those guys, Derek had 32, and Alex had 27 points. And then you got Lucas. And Lucas, mind you, only played 11 games.
Otto.
He had 16 points. He had 6 goals and 10 assists. Now, if
Yeah.
Lucas could play a little more instead of worrying about that rink all the time,
Yeah.
maybe the Eagle could.
They
Eagle
have
be
to,
a better
though.
team.
That
Right,
place,
but that's
that
all they
place
got to-
needs some work.
And then they got this kid, Jacob Robinson. I just figured I'd mention him, you know. He had 15 points right behind
Yeah, he was a rook
Lucas.
last year.
Rookie
I think
last
so,
year.
yeah.
And then, of course, they got their
Yeah.
2 guys that should have been Civ Central's, but according to that went to Matt Zapp.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got Jake Garno. He was at 86 save percentage. A lot of tallies he let in last year. And this kid Taylor Andrews, okay, and he was only 75%. So you know he must not have been having a
Wow.
good day every day.
Pretty low save percentage.
Yeah,
But,
I heard they
you know,
both went in
but
on a food
ER,
cart together,
you guys
serving up
remember,
biscuits.
ER didn't-
Crazy.
Most of their big timers didn't travel much last year. For Pete's sakes, I think 2 goalies had more penalty minutes than Mike Otto last year.
Hey, that boy scored some goals last
Yes, he
year,
did.
too. What do you have, 2-3 goals Mike Otto had last year?
No, I think he had more like 10.
Did he?
Big
Yeah,
Mike,
We
he played.
should have looked that up.
Big
I
Mike
should
played a
have.
different game last year. I wonder how he's going to be this year.
He did play a different game last year. It's
Maybe-
crazy that goalies had more penalty minutes than him.
Yeah, I think his grittiness will come back. You're all be a little different team this year, especially hey, the tournament's in their rivals' house. So
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So you know they're gonna want to show up.
Oh, yeah.
They would want it to be a ER. most of
they
the
would
final.
love to win the tournament at Mosinee. I guarantee you. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a good year for a lot of teams this year, I think.
So we'll see if those fellas can turn it around.
Are they all
this year.
coming back?
The whole team is pretty much intact.
Okay.
They're gonna have a few new guys. You know what? I'd like to see them play more defense like they used to do. ER used to be a damn good defensive
They
team.
did play D. Yeah. And then that auto line would get out
Oh,
there
man.
and rumble, bumble, stumble, and score.
That's right.
That's what they do.
Score. That they definitely did last year.
Yeah,
That was nice to see Big
They
Mike
used
get
to
on
move
sheet.
the puck around really well.
big time.
I don't know if they don't practice much anymore, but I would like to see them guys try to make the push to be
One of the top
one
lines.
of the topper teams again.
Auto line.
Not to say that I want them to, but you know, it'd be nice to see more competition in the league would be great.
Oh, yeah. Look at last year. Look at the parity we had last year towards the end of the season. I mean, we had, what, 4 teams that were within a couple points of each other with
Yeah.
only a couple weeks left?
Yeah.
I mean, it was us, Calumet, Marquette, and the Bears were all, like,
Right.
right there at
That's
the end of
fun.
the season.
Yeah,
You know? That was
any-
fun hockey. Seeing
anything
how it was
can
going to
happen.
end, yeah.
Anything can happen.
Mosinee was in the mix a little bit, too, I think. I
Sure
mean,
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to see.
Good times.
So that's basically all I got on them guys.
Okay.
Well, I know that they're going to be upgrading their rink up there in Eagle River. We went up there for the league meetings, myself and the 2 team owners, and I got a chance to check out the inner workings of Eagle River Stadium up there, and it was pretty cool. A lot of history in that place. You know, I know they got to get something done with
The
their
Hall of Fame's there, right?
right. Yeah, that was cool. Check that out. But I know they got to get a new facility. They got to get some air conditioning equipment, dehumidifiers. It's an old building. It needs to get redone. Our ex-rink manager, Craig Peterson, a well-renowned expert in that field.
Now those are some crazy fans, man. If you have not been to a game at the Dome there, go check that out. Like, it doesn't even have to be a Bomber game. If you're up there like ice fishing or whatever you're doing, snowmobiling, go see if Eagle River's playing that night, and go check out a game when you ain't doing nothing that night, because their crowd is crazy.
Who else did you reach out to, Cole?
I also got in touch with some PLP people, see what's going on there. Talked to probably the biggest chirper in the league as far as, you know, the players out there on the ice go, Ryla.
Hunter Ryla?
Hunter Ryla will not be skating this year.
At all.
Really?
Probably not at all. He'll be on the bench.
That's too bad.
He had to have
Wow.
hand surgery. So obviously he can't do what he's got to do. Is
Yeah.
scrap and
Yeah.
score occasionally.
Well, hey, heal up, Hunter. Maybe you can heal up by the time the tournament comes around, and
Right.
you know, if he can make his 5 minimum games for the year somehow.
But it sounds like they're kind of in a rebuilding still.
Yeah.
They got some new talent coming over. I'm thinking some tech graduates, been out of school for 2 years probably or something, or some Finlandy dropouts.
Are they going to have a full roster this year? Hopefully.
We'll see how they travel.
Yeah,
They,
been
didn't, they
slipping,
don't travel
man.
too well. Yeah.
Hunter said even though he isn't playing, he'll be there on the bench. He'll be traveling, so you know maybe he can
Really?
come in Chaos Corner when they come down to WB or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. Come have a beer with us in the
But,
corner. Definitely do that, Hunter. Come have a beer with us.
14,
Travel with the team.
Cody Sivanen, he had 20 goals and 14 assists. Number 11, the captain, Charlie Turner, 7 goals, 18 assists. Charlie's always gritty out there,
Chucky.
too.
Chucky. Yeah.
And then just when you think Charlie ain't going to do something, he does. And then number 32, Nico Belanger, 6 goals, 9 assists.
Sure.
They didn't have a big output last year offensively, not what you're used to for Pios hockey. They did win the Gibson
Yeah.
for, I don't know how long it's been for them since they grasped that.
I believe they.
It's been a
The
minute.
Pios beat frickin' Cal for that.
I mean,
7
yeah,
years
they
in a row.
won G tournament 2 years in a row, but seriously, that Gibson means more to them and Calumet more than anything, probably, because it's been around forever. You know what I mean? Hunter Riley, like I said, won't be there, but he was their penalty minutes leader last year, of course.
What a shock that is.
36.
That's not a surprise.
36 minutes, so you won't see number 9 skating out there for PLP, but number 7 Wyatt Geschel.
Oh yeah, him and Sheehan almost got into
Danny
it at our
boy.
building.
He had 35 penalty minutes last year, and you guys know he's got that. I don't know how he looks now, but he had that like super long ZZ top.
Yeah.
You could fill in
He had
for one of the guys.
that was a great beard. Yeah, definitely.
Huge beard. So I'm sure Geschel will be playing for them again. And yeah, like I said, Hunter said they're going to be few new talent, so they're going to see how it pans out. A couple new goalies.
Some tech boys, huh?
Yeah, probably some tech boys. Like I said,
What I'm
there's
wondering-
some Finlandus, came over.
Now, you know, they had that dang big flood up there this year.
Really? You don't say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure nobody heard about that there was flooding in the UP. Thanks, weatherman Doc.
It's all
You
freezing
betcha.
now. It's all freezing now, and they're breaking out their snowmobiles anyway. So it's
Yeah.
all right.
Right.
Yeah.
They're getting
Yeah,
dumped on.
hopefully that area, I mean, God, they got hit like
PLP's
multiple
first
times.
game
That's
is
terrible.
at Lakeview, November 3rd.
Oh,
So,
well, good test right out the gate.
yeah, good
Yeah.
test right out the jump.
Number 3 team last year.
PLP, they got hot. If you remember, they got hot at the very end of the year.
They did. All of a sudden, they won like 4 in a row.
It's because they had so many road games. They were sucking. They didn't travel well at all. It was,
No.
They,
Oh.
like I said, they must have got travel information from the Blue Notes and got a Prius or two and went on their road trips.
See, now what I'm curious about with that team is we talked about Geschel. What if he would shave the beard and just keep the mustache? I bet you he could give Greg Hansen a run for the money.
Holy
For our
cow.
mustache of the year.
He
winner.
could make a sick mustache, and not only that, he'd probably be a little bit faster.
People know about that award now. I bet you we're going to have more people growing a nice stash, so they can be in the running for that, right?
Definitely. New season, new winners.
Such a
That's right.
prestigious award. I mean,
It is.
gosh, What else you got, Doc? Are you out of guys? Are you out
Hey,
of teams?
I'm
you got
out
one
of
more?
teams. But
You
I
got
think-
one more?
I
What do you
think-
got for us?
I got some closing stats on the year.
Oh, well, if
Here's
we're
some
doing
of that.
closing stats, let me finish the last team I've got done.
Well, why don't you
If
do
yours
some
are
serious
closing
stuff?
stats.
we haven't heard.
And I got some other things that
We
you might
haven't
not know
heard
about the
because,
DK.
I heard some tags are going to be.
Now, as
issue.
much as what I hated to save the Fond du Lac Bears for the last team, we did because we loved them so much. Fond du Lac Bears, our arch rival. Boy, I don't know what to say about this rivalry. It's actually softened, I think, in the last couple years.
Softened.
It's become more of a friendly rivalry, at least between the fans.
A friend of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not so sure it's like that on the ice, though. But as far as last year, Fond du
Definitely not
Lac,
on the ice.
Fond du Lac definitely did put it together last year with what I thought was a pretty young team. They had a lot of younger
Yes,
guys
they
last
did.
year. Goals for them, number 17, James Goodfellow, had
Always.
15 goals. Joseph Blacot with 8 goals, number 3 in your program. And number 27, Tyler Grebe, had 7 goals. Not a lot of tallies there.
No, that's unlike Bears hockey right there.
Not a lot of goals. They must have relied on Willis to get them wins.
They ain't hanging out like pigeons.
They had
on
a
the
couple
blue
key injuries at the
They
beginning
did.
of the year,
They did.
if you remember too, like Cody was
Yeah,
out for the
in that
year.
Kevin Cup, I forget who that was.
Yep.
One of their guys got hurt. Was
Sokolic got hurt.
line. Willis got hurt too, remember?
Willis got hurt. A bunch of their lines got jumbled throughout the season, so they had youngsters filling in key guys' roles. And if anybody knows, if one player goes down on a line, it messes your chemistry. You can't. Passes are different. Everything's different. So
Speaking of passes,
timing.
their assist leaders last year, number 17, James Goodfellow, also led them in apples last year with 14. Him and Robbie Coleman. Robbie Red Coleman, hell of a guy there. Number 24 in your program. He had 14 assists last year as well. Ryan Smet, our runner-up Mustache of the Year
Yeah.
award winner. He had 12 assists last year.
P.S. Smith, yeah.
Yep, number 19 in your program. Gotta love Ryan. Total points for the Bears last year. Number 17, James Goodfellow, 29 points. Number 24, Robbie Red Coleman with 20 points. And number 19, Ryan Smet with 18 points.
Red's still getting it done. He's been hanging around a long time in the Bears top spot, captain.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, look for Red to be just as gritty as always.
Speaking of gritty, number 1, Randy Willis, 10 games, 4.04 goals allowed average, 89% save percentage. They also had 2 other goalies last year that tried to get it done. Number 30, Deonovich Parker, 8 games, 5.07 GAA, and an 85% save percentage.
That's not bad.
And finally, in the pipes for the Bears last year was number 31, Christian Blick. 2 games he played, 6.09 GAA, and 86% save percentage.
You know, I don't know what's up with Blick. I know we always rattle him when he's in the net against the Bombers. We rattle him on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's been going down a little bit. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. We got the Keeping Cup is going to be up in Fond du Lac next weekend. Friday night, and you guys that live further north of us, if you're Dogs fans, Bears fans, they're playing Friday night for the Keeping Cup. So, yeah, I got that baby all shined up, so we'll be bringing it up Saturday with us. And then we'll play the winner of that game on Saturday to see if we can defend our Keeping Cup. So, I guess that's about all we've got for right now for this week's season preview episode. But we'll be back with more next week once these games get started. We'll have games to talk about. Oh, yeah, Monroe. I guess we should at least mention them, man. Okay. What were your final stats you had?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this nice cup here a little bit.
Oh, let's talk about that Coleman Cup that the Bombers won.
Now, hey, this cup has been played for 23 times, okay? Wisconsin teams have won it 16.
16.
Michigan teams have won it 9. The Michigan teams also, they got I don't know if you guys know this, but PLP has won it 6 times.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Cal, they have won it 3.
Okay.
Okay, so that's right there, and and then of course, Marquette has not even touched it yet.
They're new.
But they're a new squad.
Right.
Fondy's got it 4 times. ER has had it twice. Believe it or not, the Deacons have touched that cup twice.
Really?
Yes.
Twice?
Yes.
Wow. You wouldn't know it.
Milwaukee Flyers, the Dogs, and the Bombers all each have touched the cup 1 time. So, I don't know if you guys knew that.
I did not.
Like I said,
Thank you,
hey,
Doc.
Moseny and PLP both have touched the cup 6 times.
Wow.
So, they want to break that streak and be the first team to touch it 7 times at home this year.
We're trying to get number 2.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to get up in that ranks because only 3 teams have gone back to back. Moseny, Calumet, and PLP.
Yeah.
And PLP is the only team to win it 4 straight times.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That would be tough, man, because that's a tough tournament, man. You
Tough
gotta
tournament,
travel.
tough trophy to win.
And it went crazy because
4
PLP won
games
it
in
4 straight.
48 hours,
Then
basically.
Cal won it 2 straight. Then Moseny won it 2 straight.
Wow.
4 games in 48 hours, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
To win this trophy, so yeah, it's a battle.
No, I'm sorry, Johnny. I just want to throw all that out
No,
there.
no, no,
Just people
no.
didn't know
No,
any
hey,
of that
man, this is
stuff,
our
so-
season preview. We're knocking the dust off from last year, so we're good to go.
Right. So, and it also started out as the Badger State
Hockey League. Yeah.
trophy, and
Yeah.
that was played for 4 times.
Okay.
Fondy won it first, then ER, then DP, then Fondy again. And then it went to what it is now, the Great Lakes Hockey League.
GLHL.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to another season.
Oh, yeah.
Another one.
And hopefully the Bombers can be getting that cup and we'll have that thing again.
Yeah.
So now
So should we talk about what happened with Monroe?
I mean, if
This league was 10 teams, folks. Now it's down to 9, and apparently word just got handed out about it, within the last month, I know that, is when they just folded.
past few weeks, Monroe's no longer exists. They could have said something earlier, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it would have been nice to know at the league meetings when they were the ones that were arguing for not expanding the schedule
Right.
because they couldn't afford it, and
Right.
now they fold anyways. So the rest of the teams could have had a more expanded schedule. But hey,
pretty much
Next
their
year, right?
some of their talent left as well. They had a problem with their ownership.
Yeah.
One of their players that I'm pretty good friends with, he went to, I won't say his name, but he went to Florida, he moved away, and he said there was problems with ownership, but there is like someone that wants to take over the team in Oregon, but they got to go through the proper channels just like any other team.
I would imagine.
Right.
Trying to form this league, so you guys get in touch with Junior Stebbs or
Pete Krieger. Yeah.
Pete Krieger, and maybe they can help you guys. It's like you're gonna be a new team, even if you got all these players that
Probably.
want to play. You guys, it's like you're starting over. You're gonna be Oregon, whoever.
Yeah,
Whatever. That's
they're
what
gonna
I
have
hear.
to-
They want to start in Oregon. We heard there was going to be another team way further than Marquette and possibly in the Sioux.
Yeah, but they
Those
never
guys got-
came to the league meeting though.
So I mean, that's all I can say is we know a lot of people in the league, you guys, but it's not like I can make somebody do something or press their hand. All I can do is give your idea to them, and hopefully they get it across, and I can
Right.
help you.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
we know a lot of people, Johnny and
I
Doc
thought
and myself, and
I
a lot
thought
of league
Sioux-
people, but
I thought the Sioux were going to have a team.
It would've
But
been
then
cool.
Right.
They never showed up at the league meetings with their
Who knows what
proposal
would've
last
happened.
year. So
But yeah, if you got a team you want to put together, take it to Pete and take it to Junior, and league
And they'll
meetings are in
present it
April,
for
and
the
good
teams.
luck to you guys, and maybe we'll see you at a game.
is that it? Is that all we got?
I think so.
I think we covered everything, didn't we? Is that
Oh,
just
next-
about
We
it?
talked about everything.
I know
Cup next
Keegan
week,
Cup,
make sure you're
Keegan
there.
Cup.
We said the Keevan Cup next weekend. Yeah, Bombers will be playing in that. I think our regular schedule. I think the regular GLHL schedule picks up the weekend after. I believe
First weekend in November.
Yeah.
Everybody's on
So-
the ice.
so
And every
we're
game
pumped.
counts.
it's back. Hockey season.
Back to Bombers hockey. Down
Congrats to the Brewers for a
down the
good year.
team,
But that's over. Now it's hockey.
whatever. Let's go Bombers.
Yeah, so that's all we got for you this week, folks. We'll be back next week, as usual, throughout the Great Lakes hockey season, bringing you news from the West Bend Bombers and the rest of the teams from the Great Lakes Hockey League. Big thanks again to BG Decal and Apparel and Pizza Station, our sponsors this year. Until next week, we are off like a prom dress. Go Bombers!
Boys, raise a big cheer.